Those progressives and the socialists, they're only going to bring absolute power to the government and a redistribution of wealth. Things are not going to get better under progressivism and socialism, people. It just don't work out for the average person. Just look at world history. You got all... What's going on, America? It's your boy Charlie Box, the patriotic miscreant. What I'm gonna have my box today is gonna be, what is it gonna look like when they take God out of the picture? Let's get this video started. Today we live in a country where we set men, not laws. That our reality can be twisted. We live in a country where they tell us that we have to call a man that chooses to dress like a woman, present himself like a woman, and even get breast implants. We have to start calling him a she and keeping her by her female name. Today we live in a country where these men and these boys that choose to have identity crisis and really freaking confused, that we have to set them going to the restrooms with our daughters and our wives. Our daughters will have to start taking showers with these boys in our schools. Share the restrooms already. What's going to be next? And the only reason that they're able to do these things is because they take God out of the picture. They want to change the definition of marriage between a man and a woman. It could be two women, it could be two men. That is not man's law to change. That's God's law. But they can do it when they take God out of the picture. Two men cannot procreate. Two women cannot procreate. That's only because of a man and a woman. Of any species. That's God's law, not man's law. But they are able to do it when they take God out of the picture. Today, they go and in laboratories throughout the world, they get human DNA and animal DNA, and they're mixing them, and they're creating a new species. And the reason why they're able to do it is because they take God out of the picture. All sense of morality and structure, or the way that we're going to look at lives in the center, we'll just take it out. And they'll keep pushing us to the left, and they're able to get away with it. Come on, dude. Man cannot create any kind of creation. That creation always has came from our Creator. But as long as we let them take God out of the picture, evil stuff will happen. They can continuously take us down this road of darkness. As the world has economic problems right around the corner, and a one world government right around the corner, in order to get the people to be submissive and go along with it, they have to take God out of the picture. What are they going to tell future generations? They're going to say, look at the economic problems that they created. They lived so selfishly. They didn't have no accountability to the structure, the way they were going to live their lives and spend money. We look at the problems they created globally. This is one world government, one collapse of a world's economies. Look at the way people back then and the times that we're living our lives, because they're going to tell future generations this, that we were too dependent on fossil fuels. And because we destroyed the planet, look what they did to it. Well, we have to have a one world government and a one world structure. And as they have this world collapse financially, they always invoke a freaking war. It always happens every time. And it's no different today than the world that we're living in. They got an economic and social collapse of the world. We got a world war, and then they'll set off that bioweapon. Those laboratories that are producing half human and half animals, those are the same laboratories that produce bioweapons, deadly diseases, and the same companies that produce the vaccinations. How does that make any sense? I don't know, but we as people accept it because we allow them to take God out of the picture. If they could change the definition, people, of what a man and a woman is, if they could change the definition of the way that we're going to live our country, change the Constitution, these God-given rights to be God-given liberties, well, they're going to be able to do a outlandish amount of evil to mankind because we had apathy in our lives. This ugly, horrible weed that was planted to us and was fertilized, and it controls our lives. It keeps us in a constant state of mind fog, of deception and distraction and complacency. That's because we let them to take God out of our picture, out of our schools, out of our public squares, and out of our conversations. Most of Americans today don't even go to church anymore. Why? Because a lot of people today don't believe in the Most High anymore. Why? Because it's a planned thing. Because they know in order to put this one world government together, man will always listen to their creator more than they will listen to man. God's law will always trump man's law, and they know that. So they have to take God out of the picture in order to get the people to be submissive and to go along with it. Well, that lies and deception, that's the instruments of the devil. Just look how beautiful he was and the music that he played. And he was the master of lies and deception. Well, there has to be somebody pointing the light at the darkness, truth at evil. And I am just one vessel of many that are doing it today. I'm not your preacher, man, to preach to you guys every Sunday. No, I'm a man of truth and faith. Are you? But as long as we allow them to take God out of the picture, evil will consume our lives. And that's the truth. So if you're not going to do everything in power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, you're going to do everything in power to destroy all three. Charlie the Box, the patriotic, miscreant, and I'm out. Blessed would be the nation that puts God first.
Hello there. Watch Charlie the Box before he's sent to a re-educational camp.
Pride out.